Surprising things occur in our surroundings. They walked by you the day before yesterday with cold indifference, their remarks cutting through your confidence like a cold winter wind. Those identical voices are shouting loudly and passionately all over you right now. They have gathered storms, cyclones of regret, whirling out of control and wildly out of control, while you have been away. Now you ought to look at them. The same individuals who pushed you to the outside of society and ignored your worth are suddenly fierce advocates for you. Far above the clamor, their voices may be heard. We were wrong about them. They fight for your attention with a surprising amount of zeal, wanting desperately to alter the narrative that they contributed to creating. This new development has not been well received by everyone. On the battlefield of opinion, one might witness faces blackened with anger. These other people narrow their eyes as your former tormentors turn into your supporters, uneasy about your growing importance and feeling endangered by your victory, which you haven't discussed. They whisper, "Why should we defend them at this time?" Your name may be heard on social media, in text messages, and in heated disputes that happen in coffee shops and on the sides of the road. The individuals who have caused you damage are now fighting for you. Those who have benefited from your exclusion are not pleased with this change in the balance of power and are defending you with a surprising degree of confidence. And you are just there, watching from afar as your presence becomes a battleground and a prize. You don't miss the irony. It wasn't until someone else recognized your worth that they did. The cosmic tides have shifted, and the universe's balance is now in your favor once again. Everything you are going through, selected one, is not a coincidence. Rather, it is the divine orchestration coming to pass exactly as it was foretold. Deep meaning is communicated by the energy. The people who have ignored you scramble to reclaim their place in your universe. They can sense and detect their existence, and the power you have cultivated in silence is now undeniable. They're starting to wake up. The people who previously ignored your light are now desperate moths who are drawn back to your flame. Take aware of your surroundings and realize that they are lurking on the edge of your existence, searching for ways to get back into your territory. Those who formerly saw your presence as optional are now admitting that it is essential. And the person who has been in charge of placing you in a challenging circumstance has had a spiritual awakening. They were able to broaden their awareness to the point where they realized the magnitude of what they had given up when they betrayed your trust. Their spirit bears the imprint of your energy. They are faced with the enormity of their mistake every morning when they awaken and every night when they lay awake. The powers of the universe have united to reveal to them your whole worth. Their spiritual DNA has undergone an irreparable transformation as a result of your absence. The void you leave behind regularly echoes your value throughout their whole body. Previously, they were only able to glimpse shards of your light. However, now they are able to view the complete spectrum of your heavenly brilliance blazing across their consciousness. The things they formerly took for granted are now seen as precious, and the things they once thought were ordinary are now seen as amazing. The universe has forced people to see what has always been before them, erasing their spiritual blindness and bringing to their notice your undeniable importance in the cosmic order. In the cosmos, certain patterns are followed. The things that they have lost due to your absence are now taking up the time of others who are not prepared for your frequency. Smaller energies cannot fill the void they have made. They tried to replace you with phony replacements, but they failed because they found that your unique frequency remains unmatched on this plane of existence. Check out their current performance. The person who couldn't commit, who played with your energy as if it were boundless and always available, suddenly sees you as full, entire, and independent. They've wanted your validation, and it's too late for them to learn that you've never needed theirs. There is a reason you are here. Respond to the call if you sense it. To get deep insights, unique material, and a vibrant community, click Join. This goes beyond just being a member. An awakening is taking place. Enter your divine calling. Become one of the selected. In the shadows where your energy is being expended, combat breaks out. The demarcation of the spiritual battle lines has been decided. Even rooms you don't inhabit will be troubled by your name. The person who has hurt you in the past is now standing up for you, and they are confronting everyone who dares to criticize you. The people in their immediate vicinity are baffled by their transformation and wonder why they would shield someone they have hurt in the past. They cannot, however, understand the spiritual awakening that has occurred, or how your energy still affects worlds outside of your physical existence. Conflict arises between the two of you, as your previous connection is protecting your honor from people who would want to discredit you. To ensure that your name is given the respect it deserves, they clear up misconceptions, combat false narratives, and jeopardize their reputation in certain areas. This defender knows the truth about your essence because of their efforts, in a manner that others cannot understand. There is a great deal of envy among those watching things unfold. They try to ruin your peace of mind with the waves of negative energy they send your way. The concept that someone would battle so fiercely for you after having previously caused you grief is beyond their comprehension. Their restricted perspective prevents them from understanding the vast transformations that occur between souls. The one who has deceived you in the past will now sever all ties with anybody who doesn't see your worth. They carefully sever ties, establish boundaries with those who disparage you, and purge their space of energies that conflict with yours. This painful process serves as their atonement via the process of setting limits. Before they are able to access your light again, they must undergo a required cleanse. The intensity of your light is so overwhelming that those who formerly condemned your brightness are now dividing themselves. They can't ignore what's in front of them, so they attempt to hide their eyes. The fights are fought in the spiritual world, where energy is more powerful than words, rather than in the physical world. Every day, the cosmic change manifests itself. Perhaps someone who has wronged you is purposefully trying to stop others from spreading unfavorable stories about you. Instead of allowing rumors to proliferate, they redirect discussions and challenge unfounded presumptions. People who have seen them betray you in the past find it confusing that they now pretend to be your protector. Heavenly troops are positioned in a configuration around your energy field. The spiritual environment becomes electrified as a result of this conflict between the supernatural and the supernatural. Ancient powers have realized the importance of your soul contract and are working to see that it is fulfilled. Those who have previously assaulted your character are now up against invisible opposition. To protect themselves, if they try to diminish you, their words falter, their plans become fragmented, and their objectives scatter like ashes in the confusion. According to what the spiritual realms have said, the universe's order prioritizes your safety. There is a furious battle going on in the background as former contacts vie for spots in your circle. To get back into your conscious state, they compete for your attention, plan methods, and calculate processes. The thing they don't understand is that your judgment has sharpened while they've been away. You now have a comprehensive knowledge of human motivation. Your departure from some environments has created a gap and led to instability among people who had previously taken you for granted. Many systems will fail if you don't provide the stabilizing energy. Without your creative contribution, initiatives will stagnate and relationships will deteriorate without your mediation presence. You have the ability to impart knowledge that your physical presence could never impart. Recognition of the cosmos is essential. Someone is about to publicly admit that they have misused your special celestial nature. They see their admission as a necessary realignment with the realities of the universe, rather than as a performance to win sympathy. They have gotten to the point where they can no longer contain the recognition of your significance in their private thoughts. Your past relationships should be publicly contested by anybody who criticizes you at social gatherings. Spectators are astonished by the change. A group of people who were previously participating in taking down your light are now being silenced by unexpected supporters. That your defenders come from among your former admirers is a lovely illustration of the cosmic irony. Don't keep it to yourself if God's kindness has touched you. In order to assist spread His light, click Super Thank You and donate $50 or more. Your generosity spreads like a wave of grace, enhancing hearts and expanding His dominion. Allow His excess to seep into you. It's fascinating to see the tension between people vying for your attention. In places where many people congregate, their competitiveness produces an eerie atmosphere. They take care to monitor each other's whereabouts, look into each other's intentions, and pay close attention to what each other has to say about you. Formerly solid relationships are now disintegrating due to the power struggle for your attention. Groups who were formerly united in their attempts to discredit your position are now splitting along different lines. They no longer have anything to bind them together since the foundation they shared. Criticism of your energy has been broken. During the scramble, someone who was once a friend becomes an enemy as they vie for your forgiveness. Their true selves are exposed. Some come with sincere apologies, while others intend to produce deceptive outcomes. Your enhanced perception allows you to distinguish between tactical performances and true changes. Those who participated in disseminating false information about your character are now facing karmic repercussions that are exactly in line with their behavior. The universal scales are balanced with flawless precision. They get a doubled version of the energy that they sent at you. The social networks that previously did not include you fall apart because they lack the unifying power that your energy offers. Without a common goal, these superficial relationships cannot continue to exist. Because of the self-sufficiency you have gained throughout periods of alone, it is necessary to listen to the frequencies that emit from your independence. Now, you have a magnetic pull that draws people back to your sphere of influence. They understand that the magnificent fortress you have built can stand without any outside assistance. You have developed your sensitive skills in silence, and they terrify others working at lesser vibrations. Having the capacity to look beyond surface-level presentations challenges the meticulously crafted facades they have built. They retreated from your consciousness because they were uncomfortable being seen in their actual form. Now, they have come back, ready to be seen in their more authentic form. Through your quiet, which was so powerful that it could not be measured, you allowed people to see what they sacrificed when they ignored your essence. The lack of your voice allowed their inner monologue to surface. Truth echoed so loudly in that quiet room that they had not been able to hear it. To make it easier for them to wake up, you have to step back. You're not just here, feel the pull. To access truth, purpose, and a tribe that understands it, tap join. This goes beyond just being a member. You're meant to do this. People who choose to keep quiet while you were going through a tough moment now have a voice and are speaking out for you. A conscience that has been aroused is the reason for their delayed support, not manipulation. Their previous indifference weighed heavily on their souls until protecting your integrity became a spiritual need. And someone who was directly engaged in the events that caused your pain is now your fiercest defender. T. Those looking at them from the outside are perplexed by their shift, since the internal reckonings that preceded this transition are invisible to outside observers. To protect your reputation in areas where you are not present, you must make tangible sacrifices in previous connections. The cost of clearing up misconceptions is borne by the person. Their status is at risk when limits are set, and their positions are weakened when narratives are redirected. The defense they provide for your name serves as a kind of spiritual healing. Those who had anticipated seeing you stay alone are surprised by the realignment of allegiances. The timing of the cosmic recalibration is perfect. And those who thought you would remain emotionally cut off from uplifting energy are now seeing the unexpected allies who have collected around your core. Unfair imbalances are hated by the cosmos. The utilization of universal forces has brought your value to the attention of those who had previously refused to recognize it. The timing of events unfolds with divine precision. Each revelation occurs at the exact time when you are ready to accept it appropriately due to your spiritual growth. It doesn't happen sooner, which may have prevented your necessary development, or later, which might have hampered your advancement. The global clock exhibits an unrelenting dedication to perfect accuracy in every facet of your spiritual path. Those who have wronged you must confess their sins in order to seek the re-establishment of cosmic balance. Their spiritual progress will be stopped until they are reconciled, and their internal pain will deepen until it is addressed when you experience a spiritual awakening. For their energy growth to go smoothly, you must appropriately accept the harm done to your divine essence. The stars may rearrange themselves into patterns that will work in your advantage. The heavenly body's previous trajectories have changed to accord with your objective. People who have ignored your light undergo significant life changes, such as the breakdown of their stability, the loss of their certainties, and the trembling of their support system. These disruptions serve as essential catalysts for their spiritual growth, causing them to have painful yet intentional awakenings to higher awareness. The universal law of reciprocity appears in your experience with an absolutely amazing degree of accuracy. The people who denied respect are now in a situation where they are desperately seeking recognition. People who have denied themselves opportunities are aware of how restricted their own opportunities are. Because they limited your expression, they are now struggling to establish their own voice.